Assalamu alaikum, UDP for Diversity, Alhaji Toure. I vehemently disagree with those who claim that the Supreme Islamic Council played a pivotal role in the unconditional release of UDP's national campaign manager, Mamadou Sabally. Here is why. What the Supreme Islamic Council did is to rescue the state from shame and not Mamadou Sabally. Gambians should look at the Supreme Islamic Council with constructive and critical mind and try to understand the role of the Supreme Islamic Council in Gambian politics and between the state and the citizenry. Is this what we really want for our modern state? Instead of the state being ruled by the rule of law and respect the fundamental principles of democracy, we have the Supreme Islamic Council intervening and meddling where the state intentionally failed to observe the rule of law and the rights of the citizenry. I am wondering if Gambians do observe this. Whenever the Supreme Islamic Council comes into the picture, in any circumstances, between the state and the citizenry, it is always to rescue the state and not the other way around. No matter what is presented in front of us and the public. A clear situation in mind is the then 11th November demonstration, where we saw the intervention of the Supreme Islamic Council between the state and the coalition of progressive Gambians. The Supreme Islamic Council's intervention in that situation is only to rescue the skin of the state, so to speak. Should the state respect the fundamental rights of the citizenry and abide by the rule of law, there will not be any need for the Supreme Islamic Council to meddle in politics and take the role of a mediator in governance. The Gambia is supposed to be ruled by laws if we are indeed a country of laws, which I want to believe we are. We should not have parallel institutions if our judiciary system is free, fair, democratic, and independent. The Gambian state, more often than seldom, use the Supreme Islamic Council as a tool whenever the state is in trouble with the citizenry. As a nation, we should be governed by laws. If we do so, and the rule of law prevails, then the state will not use the Supreme Islamic Council to rescue it from any conflict with the citizenry. The law has to do that, and not the Supreme Islamic Council. The law has precedent over the Supreme Islamic Council, and that is how it should be in a democratic country. Hence, what I want to see in the Gambia is the separation of the state, government, and the Supreme Islamic Council. Let the state take care of state affairs and the rule of law, while the Supreme Islamic Council will take care of religious affairs and local societal affairs. The Supreme Islamic Council has carved a role for themselves in state affairs outside of what is their mandate, and this with the help of the state. Therefore, the credibility and independence of the Supreme Islamic Council in resolving disputes between the state and the citizenry cannot be objective and is always controversial. It is clear beyond reasonable doubt that when the state is in trouble, they call in the Supreme Islamic Council. Unless the state uphold the rule of law and respect the rights of each and every citizen, we will keep on seeing the involvement of the Supreme Islamic Council in government and state affairs, even where the law is supposed to take its course. My take, Alaji Toure. Supreme Islamic Council mandate to be bulle ye nyalo dino kan ye banku dingol londi dino kan ye banku dingol karande tonyala anin dino ye society nyin jeko society ke society kendoti ay ke tonya society ti kamol karande dino la kamol fahamundi dino la bari man sakunda ka tama nyame ye dabondi woto na judiciary system ye dabondi woto andu nimman sakunda fanam fon ye loi noma muna batin na fon be Supreme Islamic Council invite la kana ka diamu ni banku dingol tema because ni loi be tama kan mo be ya je ko loi be tama kan mo be danke ne ala ko loi men fo wala nyanta kake bari because ni nyaton ko men be je man sakunda ibuka tama loi la so ni aje ko banku dingol parete kammale isaje ye Supreme Islamic Council use ntela jero to Gambia Mansakunda, the state, ika Supreme Islamic Council, ike use le as a tool. Next time, banku dugal ni a problem was the Mansakunda problem was the next time kotek albajala again. Supreme Islamic Council ye dung Mansakunda ni banku dugal tem. Sa in loi le banku la loi wole nti parallel loi soto nola o parallel institution on na banko kan nti o soto nola. We either get rid of our laws and then we choose Supreme Islamic Council, or the Supreme Islamic Council bondi in the picture bankola loi tama. Bankola loi tama. Wale kumayata. In a democracy, nimbanko democracy so the rule of law beje, wale nyanta tamala. Ni watu Supreme Council kana kadung bansa kunani banku dungol tema watu I mean for how long niwo continuata na luate tamala because menketa Mamadou Sabally la nyinto luwa man tama kotake Supreme Council la kumakao ninkumu wale man sakunda bafra wale tamata because itata ye extension o nyini Supreme Court High Court man sakunda tata ko extension o nyini woldo oto nim Mamadou Sabally be bulala nyanta murunna again kata wo Supreme Court kilingol to ye kayto soto Supreme Court kaytande ko Supreme Court ye case nyim bayle but say mune hapunta woto femman hapun woto nyim beketa Mamadou Sabally more than 72 hours ke nyim temanto luwa man tama itata yo kayto forge kayto kurngota Supreme Council inade ko Supreme Council wale sembo di tolla pour que Mamadou Sabally muta bar sa mbiri Mamadou Sabally bulala foi tata Supreme Council nyinin kale ba Supreme Court nyinin kale ba imanta Supreme Court nyinin ka Mamadou Sabally bulale ko because Islamic Supreme Council wala nata ka mansa kunda manene o ka interfere je wonte luwati banko luwale ka banko tamande nim ntefe nim mo kunkilingol ye problem o soto nim satol ye problem o soto Islamic Council nata e satol temol fo ay kabilol temo fo that is something else but a state is ruled by laws the country is ruled by laws wo laws ol le nyanta katama I am not of the view ko Supreme Islamic Council nyanta involve la state affairs ol tole waranto na judiciary system wonying I don't think so ala baraka alna albadi ma alaji Toure this is very simple niaje Supreme Islamic Council ye position de family mansa kunda la tamandinya bankola tamandirnya luwa le mantra tamakan niaje Supreme Islamic Council kana luwa nyanta tamala daming Supreme Islamic Council kana ka dum woto ke dake woto bankola luwa le mantra tamaka woto bankola nyaton ko le mantra bankola luwa tamandi kan andu badi wala ninga korosi roke wato wate Supreme Islamic Council nata idunta man sakunda ni banku dungal tema ikanale ka man sakunda ke rescue ka man sakunda ke mako ke bondi malo kono ngaje janne bring coalition for progressive Gambians bring ko demonstration okela November karotil tang anin kilingo because no demonstration oketa obekela man sakunda e kolea baleti obekela problem baleti man sakunda e abekela problem baleti banko kan so jumala na taka man sakunda tankandi jumala na taka man sakunda bondi wo malo fanan kono Supreme Islamic Council tukum fanan bring yin demonstration ba pareta kake promodu Sabally ya bula jumala nata at the last minute 11th hour iko Supreme Islamic Council la nata andum ñini be ni ajiben luwale ñini be control coalition for progressive Gambians ila demonstration o ila protest o ila pamito luwale ya be control ni luwa tamandi ta man sakunda e luwa tamandi e kamune sila ni banku dum wala nyanto dila e kamune sila because banko kan ni luwa be tamakan moma nyan na sila la koteke ni luwa be tamaka mobe kanyanta luwa to biri man sakunda bang fo mobe executive fo mobe luwa be tamakan moma nyan na sila la banko kan koteke man sakunda man nyan na sila la banku dum wala protest wala because luwa le wa sembo di banku dum wala nim banku dum wala ye luwati nya man sa fanansi wo sembo le kan mbe luwa bunya nga luwa horma den moti sila la mola man sakunda te sila la banku dingol te sila la man sakunda la because mbe luwale mbe govern wo luwa kilimo mbe be wala koto bare niyaje Supreme Islamic Council kana luwa nyanta tamala damen Supreme Islamic Council ke dadum woto luwa mantra tamaka woto luwa mantra tilinding because Supreme Islamic Council ntela jeroto inin man sakunda inin state nin ata futuwole be tema misali fe wot futuwo nyanta bannale ibe te faye man sakunda state ye state affairs banku dingol la hajo ye bula doko menna yewoke man sakunda niyama man sakunda banku dingol ye bula doko menna yewoke assalamu alaikum UDP for diversity alnal badi malemo alaji ture bali konton na bali tentula bali jayila yo badi wolu nata drong ka tandi ko nte mang song ko Supreme Islamic Council wala liye la katakuwa ke fo Muhammadu Sabally ya bula andun nadaliro fele Supreme Islamic Council ye menke ye mansa kunda ninkomu ye wale bondi malo kono Gambia mansa kunda Islamic Council ye wale lu tankandi malu jawbala bara manke ko inata purka Muhammadu Sabally purka wale mako pour mansa kunda ya bula Gambia no nyanta Islamic Council korosi la back fon ya korosi anin hakil mayala pour ka afaham munemu Supreme Islamic Council la lo kanwolte ninga nata na mansa kundala anin nata banko katama nyame anin ninga nata Gambia mansa kunda nin banko dingolu temola poto nyato nyantolu lafita nyina la bank na banko kan tumomen na mansa kunda iman luwa bunya iman banko dingol la nyanto bunya iman demokrasi bunya Supreme Islamic Council wato wate wala kana dum mansa kunda nin banko dingol tema nin atrako na mansa kunda ye luwa bunya ye luwa horma ye banku dingol la nyanto dila ye banku dingol la luwa banku dingol la human right ni ya bunya ye na nyanto bunya luwa be tama kam banko kan then Supreme Islamic Council mang any business soto kotake ke dake banko nyanta tamala nyamen man sakunda ni banko dingol nyanta tamala nyamen luwale be banko kan meye wo regulate luwale be banko kan meya tandi man sakunda nyanta mala nyaadile ani man sakunda ni banko dingol temo luwale be woto ning atako man sakunda wo luwa bunya ya horma den wotumo Supreme Islamic Council imang haju soto banko katama nyamen ani banko dingol ning man sakunda tema because constitutional be woto luwale be laare woto ning atrako na kiti bundalu be tama kay nyanta tama la nyamen ning atrako na jojol e bera doko la nyanta tama la nyamen luwa e men fo wala be tama la andu nim be ngaje ko luwa e men fo wala be tama kan mota fula ko mo boyta mo kan mota fula man sakunda boyta mo kan mota fula mo boyta man sakunda kan because the rule of law wala be tama la luwa wala be tama la andu nin ko Gambia mu luwa bankolete andu ngaji ko wala mo luwa lebe nyim bankun kan oto ni wo luwa be tama kan e nyanta tama la nyamen den muna nambe Supreme Islamic Council sotla kadum man sakunda nin banku dingol tema. This is very simple.